guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Tyler and I cover feminism, pop culture, and random shit I see on the internet with as many jokes as possible. I just want to quickly say, as you guys know, I live in LA, so I know a lot of people that have been affected by these wildfires. It's been absolutely devastating. Some of the most beautiful nature, hikes, homes, landmarks have been destroyed by these wildfires. People's livelihoods have been ruined, people's houses gone, memories tattered, and it's a really, really heavy time to be in LA right now. But I just want to say, if you are available to, please consider donating to any of the resources that LA has come out with for these wildfires. I'll be linking some below. Additionally, I am going to be putting any profit I make of my merchandise for the next month toward these charities. If you've been wanting to get something and felt like it was like kind of stupid, I will take any of the money that I would have made and just put it toward this. But I will say, everybody in LA has come together and donated and stepped up to help each other through this time. So I hope to see that keep happening, and just keep LA in your hearts and prayers. Reach out to your loved ones. Try your best to see if there's anything you can do. If you have the resources, consider donating or just sharing resources to donate with other people. Thanks. Hey sisters! Delta, Gamma, Alpha, Phi. When I go outside, I pee. Sorry, I was trying to get in the spirit. I was trying to get in the spirit of sororities so that I could talk about it efficiently for this video, but I just don't think I'm that girl. Oh, I'm embarrassed. In 2013, sorority president Rebecca Martinson sent out an absolute psychological thriller of an email to her constituents, and it went viral back in 2013, but this was like on like Gawker. But recently, for some reason, Gen Z has rediscovered it and people are eating it up. So I thought this would be kind of a fun to talk about sorority culture. Are sororities pillars of sisterhood and female friendship in a world that doesn't facilitate that, or are they just inherently misogynistic in and of themselves? I feel like sororities preach that they are like the ultimate mecca of girl power, but so often we see things that show exactly the opposite.
We were never allowed to smile. We also were not allowed to tell sisters no. None of these rules were in place to keep us safe. They were all in place to manipulate us, control us, and just have total power over us.
So I wanted to dig into that today, but first, let's begin with a reading by the famous playwright Rebecca Martinson from Delta Gamma. If you just open this like I told you to, tie yourself down to whatever chair you're sitting in, because this email is going to be a rough fucking ride. For those of you that have your head stuck under rocks, which apparently is the majority of this chapter, we have been fucking up in terms of nighttime events and general social interactions with Sigma Nu. Of course she's worried about Sigma Nu. I've been getting texts on texts about people literally being so fucking awkward and so fucking boring. If you're reading this right now and saying to yourself, but OMG Rebecca, I've been having so much fun with my sisters this week, then punch yourself in the face right now so I don't have to fucking find you on campus and do it myself. So if you didn't know, this email inspired the series Scream Queens, which you can hear it in the voice. I wish they would have hired this lady, because her writing really is so personable but so colorful. I almost want her to yell at me, and that's what a lot of the TikToks are saying. We're like, oh wow, she just really has a craftsmanship for wordplay, you know? I do not give a flying fuck, and Sigma Nu does not give a flying fuck about how much you fucking love to talk to your sisters. You have 361 days out of the fucking year to talk to your sisters, and this week is not, I repeat, not one of them. This week is about fostering relationships in the Greek community, and that's not fucking possible if you're going to stand around and talk to each other and not our matchup. Newsflash, you stupid cocks. Frats don't like boring sororities. Oh wait, double fucking newsflash. Sigma Nu is not going to want to hang out with us if we fucking suck. Which, by the way, in case you're an idiot and need it spelled out for you, we fucking suck so far. I think the way she places swear words is so intentional. Like, that is how swear words were meant to be used. I love it. But here's the thing that's so funny. You'll say till you're blue in the face, like, sororities are about sisterhood. What is this email? The whole email is like, you gotta pop a titty to Sigma Nu so we can get better connections with them. She's like, if you're not going home with Sigma Nu, which also sororities have really weird arrangements about, like, they make it really difficult for you to hook up with guys, but also it's implied that you should. I'm really confused, like the mental gymnastics, but it's meant to do that. It's a psychological thriller. Back to the play. This also applies to you little shits that have talked openly me about post-gaming at a different frat in front of Sigma Nu brothers. Are you people effing? This is a slur. That's not a rhetorical question. I literally want you to email me back telling me if you're mentally slow so I can make sure you don't go to any more nighttime events. The sad thing is that I feel like a lot of the sorority culture girlies still do kind of openly like use language like that because they just don't care. That's probably kind of a sweeping generalization, so for that I apologize. Also, can we talk about how weird sorority frat life names are? I pronounced AFI, AFI, I still don't know it. Sigma Nu brother, you sound so dumb. Why do you care? If Sigma Nu openly said, yeah, we're gonna invite Zeta over, would you be happy? Would you? No, you wouldn't. So why the fuck would you do it to them? In front of them! First of all, you shouldn't be post-gaming at other frats. I don't give a fuck if your boyfriend is in it, if your brother is in it, or if your entire family is in that frat. You don't go. You don't go. And you especially do fucking not convince other girls to leave with you. This is probably creating trauma so deep set that it's creating a generational pattern. This is a curse. But Rebecca, you say in a whiny little bitch voice to your computer screen as you read this email, I've been cheering on our team at all the sports. Doesn't that count for something? No, you stupid fucking asshats. It fucking doesn't. Do you want to know fucking why? It doesn't count because you've been fucking up at sober events too. I've not only gotten texts about people being fucking weird at sports. For example, being stupid shits and saying stuff like, dude, it's kickball. It's not fucking funny. But I've gotten texts about people actually cheering for the opposing team. The opposing fucking team. Are you fucking stupid? My neighbors are gonna be like, wow, I didn't know she was 1, in a sorority, 2, sorority aged, 3, evil. I'm gonna get a complaint. They're gonna be like, so who moved Hitler in next door? Like, I'm confused. I don't give a shit about sportsmanship. You cheer for our goddamn team and not the other one. Have you ever even been to a sports game? Are you fucking blind? That's really offensive to make fun of other people's impairments. That's Meredith Marks if you've been watching the new season of Row House.
Mean girl behavior, it triggered the hell out of me.
Or are you just so fucking dense about what it means to make people like you that you think being a good little supporter of the Greek community is going to make our matchup happy? Well, it's time someone told you. No one fucking likes that, especially our fucking matchup. I will fucking cunt punt the next person I hear about doing something like that, and I don't give a fuck if you SOR me. I will fucking assault you. Assault is crazy and cunt punt. That is a beautiful word. I have added that to my vocab. I have taken that and I said, wow, I love that one. I love that one. You know, Rebecca Martinson, you could have been a modern day Shakespeare. If you wrote a play, the words that you use, the mind that you have is so wonderful. If you chose to be a drama kid, which I know that would never happen because you're a hot, skinny girl with money, that just doesn't usually work. But if you would have chosen that route, you could have absolutely swept state drama competition. There was something there. You had a little off-Broadway run that people said was transformative, you know? I see that for you. By the way, now she's a copywriter at Amazon and she makes 25 things you must absolutely have, which, okay, slay girl. Cool that she was able to find employment after this went viral. People actually wanted her exclusively for that. They were like, oh, there's something for everyone. I don't know how you'd be like, oh, I want to work with this girl. She seems like a delight. I can see how like you want her to be at your company, but like day to day, like you're like, oh, Rebecca, what snacks do you want for the office? And she's like, if you don't get fucking Rice Krispie treats, I will hang myself from the rafters and make all of you fucking watch, you bitch hats. Wow, that came out of somewhere. Oh, now I'm crying because your email has made me so sad. Well, good. If this email applies to you in any way, meaning you are a little asswipe that stands in the corners at night, or if you're weird little shit that does weird shit during the day, this following message is for you. Do not go to tonight's event. I'm not fucking kidding, don't go. Seriously, if you have done anything I've mentioned in this email and have some rare disease where you're not unable to not do these things, then you are horrible. I repeat, horrible PR for this chapter. I would rather have 40 girls that are fun, talk to boys, and not fucking awkward than 80 that are effing huge slur. If you are one of the people that have told me, oh no, boo-hoo, I can't talk to boys, I'm too sober, then I pity you because I don't know how you got this far in life. And with that in mind, don't fucking show up unless you're going to stop being a goddamn cockblock for our chapter. Seriously, I swear to fucking God, if I see anyone being a goddamn boner at tonight's event, boner is so 80s, but when she does it, she's kind of gentrified it, you know? I will tell you to leave even if you're sober. I'm not even kidding, try me. And for those of you who are offended at this email, I would apologize, but I really don't give a fuck, so go fuck yourself. Rebecca. This shows a lot about what sorority culture can be. This certainly isn't the norm. There's a reason it went viral, because it was extraordinary. It does show power dynamics. It shows the patriarchy that happens within. Like, why is there so much pressure on these girls being forced to talk to guys in the other frat? I went to 3 frat parties total in college, and they were all horrible. Ew. But I feel like the frat guys were like, they were pretty awkward, so it puts a lot of pressure on these girls to be like, you have to do all the heavy lifting when it comes to conversation, because these guys are brain dead. And for what? Like, what's the end goal? Maybe I don't know Greek life enough for them to be like, oh yeah, we like the Delta Gamma because they're like our matchup. Because they match up a frat and a sorority, and they like have to be homies. You're matched up, now what? If you put me on a deserted island with 2 frat boys, I think I'd probably just drown myself in the ocean before help could even get near. So Gen Z digs up this absolutely beautiful relic of American history and starts reacting to it, sharing their own personal traumas with sorority life, sharing their own experiences, talking about how relatable it is. They're making fun of the speech. Everybody has kind of a think piece talking about sorority culture based on this moment, this relic. Now it's my time to hop in. This video is not going to be about hating sororities. It's about exploring how this space that's supposed to be super pro-women can actually reflect the very thing that oppresses us. I just kind of want to get to the point of, is this something we should critique? Is this something we should reform? Or should we just be empathetic? When people think, oh, sororities are probably a little bit problematic, the first thing that I think of is the body image, the appearance being so centered. I mean, look up any video on #RushTalk and tell me what you see in common. It's gonna be the tan skin, the bright white teeth, the skinny body, the blonde hair. It's kind of an expectation that you have to always look not even your best, but like better than everyone, and like to a certain beauty standard. The standards to be in a sorority are so unrealistic. Check out this email from the Alpha Chi Omega sorority president on Spanx. I cannot stress how important Spanx are to make you look your best. Even if you're very thin, Spanx will give you a better line when you wear clothes. No awkward bumps. Plus, you don't have to worry about sucking in all the time or being bloated. Now, this is a thought I would have to myself. I would be like, party tonight, a carpet tonight, there's gonna be photos. Me personally, I'm gonna wear Spanx, but I'm probably gonna keep that shit to my fucking self. I'm not gonna email 70 girls and tell them that they have to. Remember, your hair needs to be one normal color. No crazy ombre, no color you wouldn't see in nature. You cannot have roots during recruitment. So if you dye your hair like me, please take care of that before arriving back to school. Eyebrows shape your face. Bad eyebrows will make you look less beautiful than you actually are. Your eyebrows need to look neat, as in not messy, for recruitment. I know, full eyebrows are in style right now, but full does not mean bushy or wild. Alternatively, if you have sparse eyebrows, you need to fill them in. Oh my god, in college I went through this phase where I had like the straight up like soap brows, and they looked so scary and bad. I already have a small forehead, so my eyebrows were like touching halfway at my forehead, and they were so aggressive, and then the Anastasia brow freeze would get crusty in the eyebrows, and then I just have like crusty brows that were like, sometimes I wish I had a horrible, evil woman telling me what to do, because then I wouldn't have these blunders. For recruitment, your hair has to be curly or straight, no waves. In this case, you either have to have a curling iron for curly girls or flat iron. Don't count on other girls letting you borrow theirs or doing your hair, because then she's going to have no time for herself because she's stuck doing everyone else's hair. We don't want to look emo or like we're actually trying to flirt with potential new members by touching our hair all the time. On makeup, if you are not wearing the required makeup, I will stop you and apply it myself. I don't care if you're late for class. I don't care if you're a sophomore or a super senior. I will stop you. Seek Jesus. Seek Jesus. And these girls are gonna get eating disorders, and trust me, the best part is it never leaves. It never leaves. I think I got mine when I was 12, and I think on every other day I have a horrible dark thought that I have to get out of my brain very quickly, and it's awesome. Here we are, 10 years later. Allison and Park's study done in 2004 found that women who undergo recruitment in their first year of college report significantly higher drive for thinness and eating concerns by mid-semester compared to those who do not rush. Being a young woman is already so incredibly hard up here every single day. Being a woman with social media is already incredibly hard every single day. Living with other women is definitely difficult, especially in the society that puts all these expectations and weird things things on us, you know? But being in a sorority where you're not even a person, you're a representative of this brand that the sorority represents. And you can tell, like at my school, the Delta Gammas were more classy. They were all rich girls. They were the brunette. They were kind of smart, but they were always like high end. But then if you wanted to be the I don't know. They were like blonde and fun and cute and also rich, but like a different kind of rich, if that makes sense. And I feel like those girls, even if it wasn't their own personal style or their own aesthetic, they like matched it because they had to represent the sorority. You could tell like the sorority had an Instagram feed and then the girls kind of like matched that vibe. It was really weird. When you're not only being compared to other women, you're competing against these women, because how the fuck else do you get into a sorority? You have to compete to get into the sorority against other women. And then you're being asked to dress up for this and that and that. There are countless stories of like, oh my God, they weighed all of us during rush. Oh my God, they put us on a laundry machine and circled us. Granted, a lot of these things haven't happened in years and years and years, but I do think it's worth noting that sororities perpetuate toxic body image standards. In the email I just read, these girls are being forced to flirt with and pair off with the guys in the fraternity. It also leads to higher self-objectification, which also comes along with body image issues. Being a brand and also a person does put you in sort of a weird mental headspace. I think this is also why sororities are so weird with their rules. Like the girls can't have alcohol in their sorority, and they also can't be at frats past a certain time, can't be seen on social media with drinks. The rules are really restrictive, and a lot of them are a little bit rooted in misogyny because frats don't have a lot of the same rules. As far as group identity theory, I feel like on a very human level, I can see why that makes sense. Back when I was Mormon, if something bad came out about the Mormons, like the Chad Daybell case, I would be like cringing because I would be like, oh, now everybody's gonna think Mormons are crazy. Now they know they're crazy. Or like if one girl in the sorority group decides to join a terror organization, that makes everybody else look bad. Or if she decides to, God forbid, have a solo cup in her Instagram picture, that makes everybody else look really bad. You can put a group of women in a room and have it flow nicely, but the way sororities work is competitive. Don't say it's not. Consider this. Day one, you're competing against other girls just to get in the door. So you're already socialized to compete. Once you're in your sorority, you're competing against other sororities to be the best sorority. Once you're in the sorority, you're competing with each other through hazing, you're competing for opportunities and leadership roles, you're competing at activities, you're competing to get the attention of other frat guys, you're competing to get invited on dates. It's almost never ending, and there's always this weird scarcity built into it. When you have structures like that, how is it not going to perpetuate competition within a group, within other women? Policing each other's behavior and competing with one another is only going to create more of that behavior. And that's unfortunate because feminism encourages the idea that we should uplift each other. And I think in sororities you do uplift each other when it's convenient to you. Not to mention the elephant in the room, the cost of belonging. If sororities are feminism, then feminism is only accessible to people whose parents make over 7 figures a year, probably. To go to college is a privilege these days. It is very inaccessible. And then to not only go to college, but go to college good enough to have Greek life. Then on top of that, to be able to afford the fees. And then on top of that, to be able to afford all the stupid outfits and random crap that you have to buy for rush and initiation and activities. And then on top of that, a lot of the sororities you'll join, they'll be like, and by the way, you can't have a job because it's really busy doing this. I wouldn't say that sororities are female empowerment when you're excluding a vast majority of females who potentially would like to be involved. Also, look up any Rush Talk video. How many fat girls do you see in there? How many women of color do you see in there? I wouldn't say it's inclusive. I don't think they try to say they're inclusive. At least they don't lie about it. But they do always like to say that they are female empowerment and feminist organizations, when I just feel like when you're ignoring people like that, it's hard to be. What do you guys think? Are women in sororities complicit in perpetuating this system, or do you think that they are just victims trying to survive in a patriarchal society? Me personally, I think people forget that these girls are like 18 years old. They're looking for friends. They have family encouraging them to do it. Maybe we encourage the, what is it called, Pan-Hellenic organization to address the issues deeply rooted within sorority culture. And over the years, I do think it's gotten better. I think hazing has gone away. So I always will say this. I think it's less about about attacking individual people and more about attacking organizations and improving them on a realistic level, because realistically, I don't think you're ever gonna get rid of sororities. And honestly, why would you? Like 18-year-old girls enjoy it, whatever. But I do think you could realistically improve what's going on inside the organization little by little and make it a safer and more inclusive space for people to grow and develop into smart young adults. Seriously, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this topic. I thought it was kind of fun and fresh. Have you guys seen Scream Queens? I loved Scream Queens. I wish we got more seasons out of that because it was such a treat. Let me know your thoughts on sororities. If you have any personal stories being in one, would love to hear. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Bye!